Yo. Yeah.
All right. What's up, guys? We back. Episode 1 for the podcast. We have a guest today. And I remember when it was season 2, it was the end of season 2, and we were memeing. It was like me, Tack, a bunch of the Jersey people were memeing that. What's her name? The producer, Hiroki. Hiroki's going to walk out on stage for the Dragon Ball World Tour finals and just go, Arigatou gozaimasu, and walk out, and we're stuck with season 2 forever. That's what I fucking thought. Welcome back to the podcast. We have a guest. We have SaGe, former SaGe 908, aka Jersey SaGe, aka we have a lot
Yo,
of
yo.
names. You're catching up to me actually in the name department. Not
I'll
quite
get
though.
there soon.
I just changed my whole fucking name. But yeah, we have SaGe. If you're watching it, if you're seeing on the screen, we have his at here underscore SaGe underscore V. I didn't even talk about that. I haven't asked you about that yet. What's going on with the V
The
with the
V,
V trigger?
like I'll tell you what, like back in the day, my tag was greed and I just do a V at the end of it. So I just brought it back. That's really all it was.
We're
I
back.
like the letter V.
Word. No more 908.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not living there anymore, so it's like I can't really rep
True,
like I
true.
used to.
Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, so you can see it out there. Also, we do have a giveaway going on. By the way, it's ends till Saturday. It's for the new rollback on the block, Guilty Gear, Accent 4 Plus R, whatever the fuck that long ass name. But yeah, there's 3 copies up for grabs. I'll put the tweet in the comments if you're watching on mine. If you're watching on stages, you can go to mine. I'll throw it up there too.
Word up.
But we do have 3 copies to give away. It's gonna happen on Saturday. I think until 1 p.m. Yeah, 1 p.m. Saturday. You have access to get a copy. All you have to do is follow me and retweet that post, and you're in. I wanted to do it. I actually should have done it earlier so I can do the giveaway on the podcast, but fuck it. It is what it is. But let's let people trickle in. We could talk about some CS. I want to talk about CS and Valorant because
Okay.
you were. I remember early on you were like low key not feeling Valorant in the beginning. I don't know how you feel about the game now that it changed a bunch,
Mhm.
but yeah.
Like yeah,
What's up with that?
I still like think I still don't really like Valorant too much. I think like the main appeal for it to me is that to me like Counter-Strike is like one of the best games ever, shooter wise, and like there's no games like it though. That's the problem. Like there's no other game that I could play that's anything close to how Counter-Strike plays other than Valorant. And this is the first of its kind, imitator. Something to imitate CS has never been done for like ever. So I think that's like the main appeal for it to me. I mean, it's brand new. A lot of like you and a bunch of our friends are playing it, so it's a game I could play with friends. That's kind of the appeal to it for me. Uh, I think like overall, like it's a pretty good game, but I find it, you know, I find Counter Strike a lot better, and I think it kind of spoiled me a little bit because there's a lot of things about Valorant that I don't like. I don't like random spray. I don't think a lot of people like that shit,
Yeah,
but like I don't like random spray. I don't like a lot of the maps, like, but it's still like it's a decent game. Like, you know, you can practice your shooter fundamentals and stuff. And the way they've been patching it, like, it's at least gotten better than when it first came out. So, like, I think it's heading in a good direction, but I don't know. It's like kind of have no choice to play it in a way if you like Counter Strike, because like Riot is going to support the game so much more than Valve ever will support Counter Strike. So like, yeah. But as far as the gameplay goes, like, I don't like unless I'm playing like one of like two characters. Like, I find the game so boring, yo. I'm not gonna front. Like unless I'm playing like Jet or like fucking Reyna or like Breach, like game is mad sleep to me. But like I said, it's a game to play with friends.
Yeah, it's true. I think it's funny. I'll segue this later, but I definitely did not ran this like I played CS a little bit. I didn't play as much as you did, but
Mhm,
yeah, I can see how CS can definitely spoil people for sure. That game is just has so many years behind it to make that game very sound and like smooth to play. But
mhm,
yeah, I didn't like random sprays. There's a couple of things I didn't like in Valorant, but it makes the good point is that like they fucking support the game a lot, and at least I mean we're not pros, but also the topic of NA CS:GO is like in a huge fucking decline. All the teams are going to Europe. So like
okay,
Valorant's in the boom right now for NA. Like all eyes are on NA Valorant. There's like EU teams too, but like all this for CS is just like all fucking EU teams. So you don't really have. There's not like the golden arrow, and I don't know if you watch like CS. I watched a lot of CS compared to me playing CS. Like I watched a
okay.
shit ton of like pro DSL. Like I watched all those fucking huge majors. I was like a big CS
Mhm,
fan, but I didn't have a PC, and I like didn't really have the time to like learn mouse and keyboard and shit. So I kind of just was like a fan of it. But
mhm,
watching those when there was like really big NA teams, like when Shroud was playing and like Brax was still in the league and shit, those are really fun. But it's like right now, I don't know what happened. Like I kind of missed the in between of where NA just kind of is just fucking dying off for CS. But yeah, Valorant is kind of like reliving that too. I'm a big fan of watching the game a lot too because it kind of brings me
mhm.
back to the times when I was in high school and shit, watching CS pro tournaments and shit. But
Very good.
yeah, like segues into which could be a trend. I don't wanna be fucking wrong again about this shit. But will Riot kind of pull the same shit on the FGC though, right? Like will Riot just kind of just take over in a way because they're gonna be able to support their game way better than any dev can and like bring the heat on the devs. That's like a topic for it's been like since a year. We still have like no information for that game too, like Project L. But
Mhm,
I don't know. They could bring the heat. That's like a topic that could happen. Same thing, kind of like how we're seeing with CS, but a little bit different because like it's not in the same reign of CS where we're losing teams to EU. It's just like it's more on lines of like Valve not being able to support the game as much. Could be the same way as other devs in fighting games compared to Riot.
mhm.
But we'll see.
Valve
We'll
not.
see how that goes.
Mhm. Wait, Valve not being able to support CS? You said?
Like how Riot is supporting like Valorant so much more than Valve is supporting CS, right?
Oh
Like they've
yeah.
slowly died down. I mean, they've done it for a shit long time, but you know now it's like Riot's like just fucking pumping that shit out, like support. But
Yeah, they're making like a lot of good changes to the game too. Like it was very apparent too. Like once Valorant dropped, and like even when it was like announced and shit, like Valve started like trying to patch Counter Strike a little bit. Like they were making a lot of changes, and like
yeah,
they just stole some of the things. They stole some of the things they put in Valorant that weren't in CS, like being able to like see your teammates crosshair and whatnot, like little shit like that that they would have never thought to do, but they just stole it from Valorant because they did it first.
yeah,
And I
they
mean, they
definitely
kind of
try to
steal
make
from each
some.
other in a sense.
They try to make some like some saving grace changes. Like I remember they were hauling ass as soon as Valorant dropped. I saw for a little bit for
Yeah.
sure though, but yeah, they've been making good. They've made pretty good changes so far. I remember when the recovery on the rifles was fucking awful. Like it would take even longer than it did before. I think it was beta or 1.0. I don't remember exactly when, but the Vandal would take a fucking millennium to recover. It still takes pretty long, but it's way better than it was before. And just like the
Mhm.
changes to shotguns, like not being in full fucking aim punch mode, and like Jet flying around with the shotguns, like having the jump accuracy be reduced. Like they made a lot of good changes, which makes
Yeah.
me excited for the fighting game because I would like a fighting game with a little bit more tweaking than usual. Not like NRS tweaking because NRS like they patch like every week and they don't know how to patch. Like I want to see a a good like smart competitive integrity skilled dev patch a game. Like I could see them patching the game like once a month, maybe once every 2 months, just like little tweaks in there, you know? Because
Mhm.
we're so used to like devs changing the entire fucking roster, right?
Yeah.
We don't get to see like three characters get changed here or three characters get changed next month. Like we don't get to see that. I want to see that, buddy. I think that might work. But we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it would be like the first of its kind, really, like to be cared for. Because like NRS, obviously, like they kind of do it, but like you said, they're like they make some outlandish changes, and they don't really like uh they sometimes listen too much to like the community. Like the community will like bitch about or something's too strong or something's too weak in the game, and the devs will just immediately like cater to the strong voice in the community, like what they have to say. When sometimes the strong voices don't really know what they're talking about, you know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah,
they they're too quick to make opinions sometimes, and then changes happen too fast, unnecessary changes happen. Whereas, I mean, with Project L, it's gonna be Riot devs. It's also gonna be made by the people that made Rising Thunder. I don't know how they actually handle that game too much, like in terms of like how they were updating it. So maybe they'll follow a similar path with how they did Rising Thunder, because I know the game did get updated a few times. Like it wasn't just one version of Rising Thunder, but I actually don't remember how they handled the updates.
yeah. They have some people. I know some of the people from that game are on the team. I don't know like how many or whatever, but also I know it's a different because it's the Cannon Bros, the people that run Evo. Like they're in
Hmm.
the front lead, so I don't know like how much of the team they took, but yeah, I don't know. I didn't follow that game either, of course, but um also yeah, that is a good thing. Also, Riot is definitely kind of hold, at least the Valorant team kind of holds their ground for a decent amount of time.
Hmm.
They don't I mean they listen, but they don't make very rash decisions because a lot of people wanted so many different changes with the op, and like it was pretty apparent that the op needed some nerfs and some changes, but they took their sweet time on it, and like the changes they made were pretty good. Of course, they're not perfect, but like I don't know if they could have made it a lot worse than what they did. So they definitely took their
Yeah,
time. They looked at the data rather than just like listening to the community. They're pretty big on that. They really take their data to heart, which is good because it means that they got a smart ass team for balancing.
yeah, seriously. And like the op, it's funny because like to me, like the op in Valorant is like so even before like before the nerfs, like it was so like shitty compared to like a Counter-Strike op.
Yeah,
And it's still so strong though because just in its nature, like you just click and they die. And like it's not like the hardest thing in the world to do all the time, like just to click on someone one time. And like the main thing though is that the op is shittier. Like it's a worse op, but like than CS. It's a worse like sniper, but the the game itself, like for instance, like the movement speed, like it's okay that the op is worse in that game because in Valorant than it is in CS, because in CS like characters move much faster. So the op, like things like the scoping speed, the rate of fire, the weapon swap speed, like all those things are much slower in Valorant than Counter Strike. But it's still like a threat because in Valorant a lot of the gameplay is like watered down in general in terms of like the movement speed. So the op being weaker than it is a CS wasn't an issue, and then they made it even weaker, and the op is still a problem. And they even increased the price on the op too. Like they did a lot to it, and it's still like a threat. So I think they're doing a good job with it. Like there's only so much they could do. You know what I'm saying? Like people can cry about the op being strong, but it's like it's never not going to be strong. You dig?
yeah. It has
Like
to be. It definitely has to be good. I think right now it's like perfect. Like it's you can't buy like every fucking round, and
mhm.
especially the econ now, right? With the econ changes coming soon. I guess I don't know if they
Yeah,
updated it yet, but that those changes are big against the op. The price of the op is good right now. Honestly, like the changes to the gun itself, like the scoping speed and stuff like that, is honestly not that big a deal. But I think it's the price point is a big deal, and just like the nature of the economy now is like a. It just makes it so you can't just have like two three ops like rounds and rounds and rounds. Like that became a little bit more OD than people than like I realized after the fact. And also with CS, like you just like the slightly lack of util. Like you definitely have way less util in Valorant, of course. Like you can't chuck a flash across the screen. You can
Mhm.
not everybody has a smoke. So yeah, the
Yeah.
op is just the op has to be weaker than it is in CS because it'd be OD. Like regardless of the movement speed. But I
Mhm.
mean, Jet and Reyna are also still really broken with the op because they have abilities to get away.
Yes.
So I think the op is like perfect right now. I like how it is right now. I think it's fair enough. We don't have to. We don't
Yeah.
see it every round. That's the good. That's the part. That's the important part. You don't see it like for fucking 3 rounds. They'll lose like 3 rounds and they'll still have an op. Like that shit was kind of wild.
Yeah, that was definitely how I used to be, bro. Getting up all the time, and especially when the money was higher too. Like when they reduced the money to 9K, so it's like
Oh
they're
my
now that
god,
the
when it
op
was fucking 12, that yeah, that was a little
12K, yeah.
OD. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you could literally afford like if you had max money, you could afford to op 3 rounds in a row.
Yeah,
Like
no,
that
no,
shit
no.
was insane.
That was fucking him. All right, that's enough.
And
That's enough Valorant. Hello, Valorant. Yeah, I wanted to. That game is interesting. Also, it's definitely a nice. It's nice, like inside look into what Riot is thinking, because it could be the path they take for the fighting game too. It might happen. You never know.
mm,
It's a different team, but same company, so they might have a similar philosophy. We'll find out though. But we can talk some Dragon. Let's talk some Dragon Ball. Let's talk some Dragon Ball. So we have we're gonna get spicier and spicier in the topics. We'll start off mild. So we talked about this a few times. We haven't like gotten to it because I wanted to save it for the podcast, but I talked about it with LK and Attack, but the investment characters, as we like to call it. That's what LK likes to say, investment characters. So the characters that are they're good, they're not bad, or they're like in the middle, but they're like one patch away or a few changes away from being like this is the next big kid on the block.
mhm.
So I want to do it like this. So I'm pulling up a roster just to have one, just so I don't fucking lose my mind. But give me your what do you think your top what's your top three like investment character like characters you're looking at like damn they could be OD in like a patch or two. Cause there's just gonna be more patches, right? It's very she didn't say arigato gozaimasu. We're not stuck in GT land forever. There's gonna be more patches, and there's gonna be more patches with the DLC, right? It may not be a huge one, but clearly they're going to update the game at least twice because we have two more DLC characters. So I don't know if you need a roster or not. I have a roster pulled up, but give me your top. Like,
You
give me three, at least three characters that you think could be good investments to play for the chat and maybe for yourself.
word. Like right now, I low key do need a character select. I can't find like a most updated one, but from what I'm looking at right now, um, I'm not sure. Do you have an image of the character select, like the updated one?
I have one. Well, right now I'm looking at uh the list of characters. Well, for the next topic, I guess I'll spoil it. The list of characters for like the usage rate of in the second week for the North for the qualifiers. Or not
Okay,
qualifiers, but for the championship. I have that list pulled up, which has all the rosters. I'm gonna
okay.
text it to you if you want to pull up on your phone.
Yeah, that would be clutch,
Hold
honestly.
on, let me pull it up real quick. Yeah, that's what I'm using right now because that's gonna spoiler. We're gonna talk about that too because that's also
Hmm.
big. That's a big topic. So actually, I have both. So you can hold on to this for later too. This is week one, and I'll send you week two. So you can use just either or just to talk about this, and we'll talk about that next. Where's my Twitter? My Twitter pictures. Yeah, this is I think investment characters is pretty hot. Also, especially for the fact that it doesn't seem like anybody really knows who to play like fully yet. People are kind of they're not sure like what's the best right now. There's a lot of characters that are really high up, but nobody has like a true best team yet. Everybody's kind of everybody knows like what characters are really strong right now, but so like investment characters might be worth it. Maybe this season. Could be this season, could be next patch. You know, it could be whatever
Let's
you
see. So
want.
you're saying characters that I think are
are like a
like
patch away
they-
from being really good. That's like worth playing now because if they do get that buff, they could be in there.
okay. Um. All right. So
Either give me a
characters.
top three, give me three characters, or give me a top three if you're really feeling it. If you feel
Okay.
like you have a
Okay.
top three in your mind.
I think characters. So like, there's some characters I don't think are ever gonna be bad. Um, for instance, like Kid Buu. But aside from the characters that will probably never be bad, like other characters that we could see rise to power if other characters get nerfed or if these characters get buffed. Because I feel like, for instance, like Z Broly, I think he's gonna get hit, and we're gonna see more grapplers get played after that. And I think 16 will be one of them because he's
Mm.
like, he's one of the few grapplers. Yeah, he's a grappler with a 12 low.
Hmm.
Like that's like unreactable command throw, 2 low. He has ground to air command throw, air to air command throw. Like he has a lot of unblockables, and he has 2 low. Um, he not unblockables, but he has a lot of grabs uh, for every situation. And on top of that, 2 low. On top of the 2 low being stupid long, like one of the longest 2 lows in the game. Uh, yeah, he has. They gave him a lot of buffs already. Like he has OTGs with one of his special moves now. He can't. It doesn't have to just be a super. One of his special moves OTGs. Um, yeah, he's still a strong character. Like, and they buffed his assist too. His B assist is super good now. The double rocket punch. He throws 4 rocket punches. That shit is really good. I think we will see him rise to power low key. Um, and another character, Goku Blue. This character is actually like mad good. Nobody plays him. Like he has like uh teleport attacks that are plus. He has dive kicks. He has command throw. Uh and his command throw, I don't know if you ever seen Blue Goku's command throw where he like it's like the 1 inch punch.
Yeah.
And like if you jump too late, right?
He still goes
You
for he still goes for it. It has like a block or a hit animation.
yeah, like you could block an airborne and he's
Hmm.
plus. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
and his command throws are already like stupid fast. So it's like yeah, that shit is cheap. Uh, yeah, he has great. They gave him loops in the corner. Like he's a character that like is mad slept on, bro. Nobody plays him. He has good mix. Like he has like the Cell EX perfect attack mix. He does a EX dive kick though, and it teleports him in the same exact spot. It looks just like Cell's EX perfect attack mix. Uh, and then yeah, the character has a command throw, 2 low, cross up attacks. Like he has great key blast. He has multi key blast on the ground. He has a good JS. Like he is loaded. He does mad damage. That's another character I think is super solid that no one's playing. Um, let's see other characters that are really good right now. I mean, another character that just got like super buffed that is like if some of the other top tier anchors get nerfed like Broly or like Broly, Base Goku. If any of those characters get any weaker, then already this character is ridiculous. But TN, like not a lot of people are playing him, and I don't think he's going anywhere. Like they're not gonna nerf him after giving him all those buffs, and he is in like a super good spot right now. His assist, his assists are all ridiculous. Like A and B assist tracks anywhere. His A assist constantly gets buffed every single patch, and he just buffed it again. And then his damage is insane. His ability to be an anchor is super good because he's very self sufficient. Like he has a command throw, he has unreactable overhead. Like if he does like a jump in, then he does EX chop. That shit is 13 frames. You literally can't react. And if he has supers, you explode. Um, and then he has Chaozu super for the one time to kill someone. Like he has a bunch of super strong stuff. Like he has 2 low. He has great air normals. Uh, they buffed his Dodo Ray in neutral. Like he's a super strong character now. So I think those are my three right there. Tien, Blue Goku, and Android 16.
Or I like that Andrew 16 pick actually. I think he's dope. I do wish he was a lot was like picked more. But I mean, yeah, the anchors right now are really solid, so it's kind of hard to squeeze him in. He's not there yet, but I do like that pick. That's a pretty good pick, actually. That's like probably my
Mm,
favorite one. For me, I thought about this a lot. So I have a top three in mind. So I'll start with three.
mm,
Number three is like kind of a weird. It's a really 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 not hot take, but a giant like 10,000 IQ play, and is SSJ Vegeta. I
okay.
think the way so like my thing is they're gonna nerf some of the anchors. Some of the anchors definitely gonna get nerfed. I think like S Broly, you're definitely right about that. I think GT
Mhm,
is also getting nerfed because of Japan. I think that assist is gonna get nerfed finally
mm,
because he is still I think GT honestly fills the SSJ Vegeta role right now because like he he doesn't really have mix, but his neutral is pretty decent, and he has one of the best assists in the game, if not the best assist. I think that assist is gonna get nerfed for sure. Japan just rocks him on everything because that assist is
mhm,
still really good and he's decent enough. So I think him's like GT as a character is gonna be fine, but I think that assist is gonna get nerfed, and some of the anchors are gonna get nerfed. I
mhm,
think if SSJ Vegeta got some, I don't know what it is, but I feel like if they gave him something, he could be back into that role of like maybe like a top tier auto pick, but I think he could be in there for one of the best anchors. I don't know
mhm,
something. It's like a gut feeling. I feel like something could happen that SSJ Vegeta could be up there. So like, and he's also a very easy investment pick. He's like one of the easiest fucking characters in the game to play. So
yeah,
just I think if you keep that the Vegeta SSG Vegeta ready, hot and ready, I think it's he. I don't know. I think something is gonna happen that he might come back into power. It's just a gut feeling.
yeah. Yeah,
That's
he's already
it.
super strong.
Yeah, I think that's my number three though. That's like that's the big brain. Number two, I have Jiren. I think Jiren
Okay.
is. I think Jiren already is like pretty decent. He has some really crazy ass normals. His fireball neutral is pretty good, right? He has a 5S is really fast, and it beats with a key blast, and his jump S is really fast also, right? His
Mhm,
assists are pretty decent. The shooting tackle assist is kind of interesting because it does go through projectiles. So like
yes.
it's something that I mean there's not that many German players, so you don't see it that much, but it could be something to explore, and his A assist is still really good. Um, but like yeah, his command throw is close. I don't know if they're gonna buff it again, but his command throw is really close to being really fucking scary. Like he might, if they were to buff it again, I think he would be like a possible anchor pick because then he'd be one of those players that can just open. He would be a boss character essentially, like base Goku and Z Broly were like with or without a team, they could just hit you.
Mhm,
That could happen. I think Jiren's also a pretty good pick, honestly.
yes.
He's not very difficult either. Like he works pretty well other than he works well by himself. So like
Mhm,
I don't know. I feel Jiren I keep my eye on Jiren. I think he is quite good. Especially he's filling the command throw role too, because command throws are on the rise.
that's
So
true.
that could be a possibility. My third
Yeah,
pick
I
is
think
pretty easy. Oh yeah, what are you going?
so I think he's really strong. He's a pretty good anti-meta pick, and if like the meta that we're seeing now gets nerfed even more, then he'll definitely rise up, I think, too.
Yeah, and my last pick is Esberly. Esberly, he's
Oosh.
just he's just some frame data away from being like he's already a really good ass fucking character. If they just like fix his frame data a little bit, he's just like he's top tier for sure.
Yeah,
I
like I
I
already think he's top tier.
I
I
know
hate
some
that
people
character.
already think it. I think he's close. Like I definitely I've been playing him a lot. I can see his weaknesses, especially like higher level play. I can see his weaknesses, but I think if like the command throw was a little bit faster, or like he had the base Goku shit where like he just doesn't have fucking animation on his command throw, or
Mhm,
like if they mess his frame down a little bit more, give him some shit. I think he's like extremely good. Like he's already really good, but I think he becomes like a very very clear top tier character. Like I think
mhm.
he's an easy investment pick because not that many people are playing him right now. He takes a little bit of work. He has some interesting stuff to like the loops, and the rejumps and shit. But he's worth playing. He's fun as shit too. He's a fun ass character.
Yeah, most definitely. I
Um,
uh I also have one more character actually. Now that I'm looking at the list again.
yeah,
Another character that
throw
I
it in
think is
there.
like ridiculously strong and not a lot of people are playing them. On Android 21. Because Android 21, to me, that
Yeah,
bitch is
she
already like a boss character.
people.
Like
I
I
think people
don't,
are starting to catch on to her. I know Sonic's pretty big on whatever he play. I mean, it's the Sonic factor. Where like wherever he plays, people think is OD, and he also like emphasizes it. He's like on Twitter constantly or on stream like this character's OD, this character's OD, and like you eventually like
Mhm.
Sonic just kind of puts that in people's minds. So I think people are starting to catch on to her, and like the thing is, I don't know if she is going anywhere either. I don't like. There's not enough people playing her to the fact that like I don't think they're gonna notice and be like, you know what, 21's a problem this season. That's fucking nerf her. Like I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't see it happening either. And I think like, I mean, the change that they gave her in the last patch, where when she hits you with her level 3, she steals all 4 moves. I think that really like pushed her over the top for me. Cause like now she when she hits you, like even if the point character hits you and she Z changes to her level 3, like she gets 4 move steals. It gives her access to EX Fireball being plus 20 and doing 25% on its own. Uh and then it gives her more options if she wants to use the moves that she stole. Like, and not including that she gets some of the best level 3 Oki in the game. She has a 4-way mix up right there on her level 3 Oki. So she steals 4 moves, and you got to take a real ass mix up. And what either happens is you die from that touch because she uses the move she stole to increase your combo damage, so you get 2 touched, uh, or she is she doesn't use the moves to kill you, and then now at round start she has the moves to help her in neutral. Typically, this is how it goes. And she's just super strong. She has the moves on deck, and she has such an easy way to get them now. She was never able to just get all 4 moves at once before. Like it was a much slower process to get all the moves. And all the moves that she steals are so strong. Like they all are very good in their own way. So I think she's a and I really doubt they're gonna nerf her because, like you said, no one's really playing her yet. So I think she's a very strong pick for the future.
Yeah, people are starting to catch on to her, but she definitely isn't there yet to the point where they would do any harsh changes to her. I don't even know like what would you I mean like what would they nerf for her, honestly? Maybe like that like level 3 mix because they just fucking smoke all of everybody else's, but I don't know.
Where
Yeah, she's really good. I think it's pretty obvious she's really good. It's just I want to see like what's gonna be if someone does play her at a high level, like what's the team? Like what's the comp? Right? Because her assist is really good, so she's still flexible enough to be played mid too. That fireball assist is
yeah.
hella good. So we gotta see. I do want somebody to play. It's not gonna be me though. I I liked her. I liked her version in season 2 more, even though she was a better character. I liked her version in season 2 more because like snap mix and stuff like that. Or
Mm,
like I got to even though the team was kind of ass because I didn't really have mix. Besides unless I hit you, so I just play like how I just play the neutral and then I get the hit, so I take a shit ton of damage and snap you in. I like that version of her more compared to this version. There's other
mm,
characters I like this season. There's mad characters I like this season because it's the best season
it
besides
really is though.
besides season 2 before GT. I thought that was also a season, but they fucked it up.
Yeah, same, same, same.
All right,
Could
let's
agree with that.
talk about some championships. God, I mean we've been watching. You've been watching it kind of. You've held a competitor in your house for 2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
Big Lord night. So let's talk about some stuff. So you have the two pictures, right? So the picture that isn't very nice is the week 1 picture, right? That's the week 1.
Mhm.
So it's kind of blurry, but it's so we have. So if you're not seeing this picture, right? I'll read it to you. So it's a list essentially of week one's pick rate for all the regions, right? So at the very top, this is for week one. This is from the week before. This is Kid Buu, 13, right? 13 people pick Kid Buu that week, first week. 11 people pick GT UI, 9 picked Broly, 8 picked Yamcha, 7 picked Team Gohan, 6 picked uh injury team, and then the rest are a bunch of like other characters. Roshi had 5, and Cell had 5, Bardock had 5. I'm not gonna read the whole list, but that's for week 1. For week 2, if you're listening, Week 2,
Mhm.
17 people picked UI. 13 people picked GT, 12 people picked Yabu, 10 people picked Broly, 7 picked 18, 6 picked Team Gohan, 5 picked Yamcha. Then 4, 3, 2, 1 is a fuck ton of characters. Um, the only characters that weren't picked completely at all was Zamasu, 17, and Videl. More characters increased in week 2. So for week 2, it was Gogeta, Zamasu, Videl, 17, TN, Frieza. So some characters got dropped. Those are some EU ass characters, so I'm gonna assume EU are the people that dropped those characters. But the only
Yeah.
three characters that weren't picked at all was Zamasu, Videl, 17, and then 3 new characters got added to the zero pile. But obviously the big talking point is UI going from 11 to 17. 17 picks. He was number one. Number one week 2 from week 1. Um, what are your thoughts on that before I rant? Because this is called Red's rant. So
I mean, honestly, I'm not sure why. I mean, there was already a lot of UI Gokus in the first week, but I'm not sure why everyone started like change up their team to UI on week 2, other than the fact that like I think he's the best character in the game, and it's just strange that they weren't already playing him week 1. I feel like because I'm noticing like at least like with a lot of the regions actually like that they're playing different teams like every week. So I think we're gonna see like a lot of different numbers for what characters get picked every week. Cause like I think people are even getting to the point where they're trying to like hide their real teams or they're saving certain teams for certain players. Uh but yeah, I don't see why UI wouldn't be the most picked character aside from like Kibu, because I think UI is the best character in the game.
yeah, so what's interesting is I also say this in the middle of the pack, the character like the pick rates changed very little. Like 18 and Team Gohan just literally swapped. So 18 had 6 week 1, now she has 7, and then vice versa Team Gohan. And then Yamcha had 8 week 1, and then yeah 5, right? So the middle's
Mhm.
like kind of swapping. I don't know what's happening in the middle, and I don't have like the god data. I can't see who picked what for each fucking week, unfortunately.
Mhm.
But we're definitely getting to the point where UI might be the best. I thought so at first, because I was on hiatus for 7 months or how I don't know how fucking long I didn't play the game for. So like I'm still having problems fighting UI, but I'm like, okay, there could be some things, and people are talking about this magical OS that could stop all of his attacks. So I'm like, okay, maybe I just need some more time against him, right? The OS is fake because Twitter is a bunch of fucking liars, but he is like he is becoming more OD in more character in more people's eyes. Obviously, the big Goichi post with Nitro, right? Goichi's like, oh UI, and like Japan is kind of scaring me. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're like so the pick rates for GT is heavily being carried by Japan. Literally, I think almost everyone plays GT besides like one person. Uh I think Tachikawa doesn't play GT. I think he's the only one, but he did in the past. But like
Yeah.
pretty much
I think
everyone in Japan plays GT.
what is Fenris's team? He's playing Cell,
He's playing Cell
Vegeta,
GT, SOG Vegeta.
okay, he does have GT. Okay, okay.
Yeah, like everybody has GT besides I think besides Tachikawa.
Touch.
So those numbers are definitely a little bit inflated because of him. Even though I mean GT's still good, right? But Japan is like taking the oh this shit works season 2 and they're still good. Let's just play those. While and then Europe is on their fucking let's just play whoever the fuck they want train like they always been. And then
Yeah.
America's like let's try the new shit, the new fucked up shit, aka UI, Broly, um, some 17 or not 17, excuse me, 18s in there. I think
Mhm.
the 18 number is like also definitely boosted by a little bit of NA, and then EU always loved 18, so that number is kind of big. And then Kibu's fucking Kibu. Japan, literally every region plays Kibu. I think EU has the least amount, but besides that, they're all playing fucking Kibu. But like, so my thing with UI is this. I do want to check like the actual true data because from he was second place with what 11. He had 11 to 17. I don't know I don't know who 6 people picked up UI. Like I don't know who the fuck did that. 6 people? That's kind of insane.
Yeah, that's why I feel like they had him on deck already, bro. Like I
I
feel like
mean, of
people are
course,
having
yeah,
teams.
right. They had to, but like I don't know. I don't like it's weird because it's impossible to get in every player's psyche, especially in a the tournament's kind of interesting. It's probably the best format they've ever had. It's probably the best tour right now in fighting game because
Yeah.
so like it's a first of five set in a round robin scenario. So like you only play once you only play one first of five a week. It's not like you're playing in a whole tournament. Like
Hmm.
one tournament for the fight of your life, right? You have 7 weeks to kind of not dick around, but like to kind of assess situation. So
Yeah.
it's like it's kind of interesting to see. This is a really this I like this season a lot. I mentioned this on the last podcast. I think this is the best tour in fighting games right now, and like seeing the week progression as we are now is kind of interesting. Um, we'll get into more UI talk because the next topic is nice. All right, let me see. Let me check. Yeah, the next topic is nice. Man. But
Okay.
yeah,
Real fast. I think it's kind of interesting that we see all of the like you were mentioning earlier, we see all the Japan players picking Kibu, but I think what's more interesting is that they are literally all playing C assist Kibu. I find that crazy
yeah,
because
that's the Japan special. They love that shit. I don't know why. I could honestly just ask them, but I kind of like the mystery of it. Like I could just dead ass hit a Goichi or Fenrir, be like, "Yo, why the fuck y'all playing C?" But I kind of like I kind of want to solve it for myself, low key. Like, why the fuck are they playing C? It's
yeah,
interesting.
like I really think it's just that they value the like the hit and neutral turning into damage. Like I think like because it
Oh,
makes
for
it so
sure.
you, like it makes so you can't just take the hit to get out of certain situations, and it just makes your beam more threatening and neutral. I feel like that's the biggest thing. I also see some of the Japan players that are using it. They're optimizing a lot when they use it. Like they'll call the CSS fucking key charge, dragon rush, like shit like that. It also goes a long way. But it's just crazy to me that they're all picking C as opposed like none of them are picking A for 50-50. Like it's just crazy to me.
Yeah. I think because the only issue is like the team that they play don't really like they can't capitalize on A as much. Besides, I guess Goichi could run the mix, but I don't know what order he is. I think Bardock is point. I think he's playing Bardock, Kid Butcher. I'm pretty sure Trunks is last. I don't know what he plays point, but yeah, I mean clearly this is for all the CS of course. Like clearly getting the hit in neutral and converting into a combo is a big fucking deal, and it is a beam. So like the big debate of all time is like what's better, the beams or the tracking ones, right? Like
Mhm.
I've kind of went back and forth with. I thought the beams were really OD, and then I was like, damn, the tracking ones are kind of OD though. And then I was like, the beams are different, and the tracking is different. Like I can't decide like what's better. But clearly Japan is fucking decided. It's Kid DC. Um, Especially that they all got buffed right, so the speed is a little bit faster. So like they're the fastest beams in the game too.
Yeah, that was a really big change actually. The startup decreasing for the CSS definitely
Yeah,
was a big change.
it's a pretty big deal. I yeah, the C assist is it's a mystery. Maybe when it's all said and done, I'll just fucking DM Fenrich, but I do want to. Am interested in like figuring it out myself. Also, I wish Japan played a little bit extra sauce, right? There's so many characters now that are really good, like fucking Gotenks, Z Broly, uh, King Gohan a little bit more, of course, the big boy UI. Maybe we'll see Goichi put the tweet out. You never know. Goichi might pull up with the fucking UI next week. Or I say next week, but it's literally in like what's that? In 3 days? Yeah.
I mean, he was playing UI in the in week two.
Yeah, you were saying that, right?
Yeah, he did pull him out. He was I could tell like he didn't have like all the combo stuff down, but like the character he plays a character in like every other way like very well. He understands his tools. So like
Hmm.
you could see the strength like giving Goichi fucking defensive options, like all of them. It's like
Yeah.
so powerful.
What's scary is like he's also the player to just sit there, and then now he has. Now he has the power to bust out if he truly wants to. If you feel like it's too
Yeah.
much, especially in the world of command throws, that might be a powerful option because like Goichi is almost not mortal, but a fast ass command throw will hit anybody, even the people with the best defense. So like it's like it's the metas are clashing right now. Like is NA right or is Japan right? I mean EU's not right. EU just plays what the fuck they want, but Japan and NA. It's interesting. Is the command throws the new hot shit on the block? Are they right? Are we right? Or is Japan just saying nah, fam? It's just season two again. Just run the shit.
Mm.
Who is gonna be who has the meta lockdown? I'm also disappointed in Kaz, bro. I want Kaz to be the motherfucker, be like, nah, I'm right, but he's just playing some JP shit right now. He's playing Cell Kibu GT. Oh
I
no,
know, but
Cell Kibu GT.
yeah, but week two he was playing fucked up ass team. He was playing I I can't remember who was oh yeah, it was Kibu. He was playing Kibu, UI, Roshi. So he
Oh
has
yeah, he did switch. I forgot he did switch. That might
yeah,
be interesting.
he had the UI A assist, which is like that's some cause shit low key. And then Roshi B is definitely a cause assist. And then he just put Kibu.
Mhm.
And I was like,
This
this
is
is
a
some
Cos
shit that
team.
cause be
This is some
playing.
shit. I mean, this is what I want to see from Cos, bro. I want to see Cos to be the one to say, "Fuck it, I'm running my shit." I want to see it.
Word,
Hopefully, he gets there. It may not be that team. It may be that team. It may not be, but he'll get there. I think. Um,
word.
but the big one. I know you didn't watch this, but I watched it. At least most of it.
Mhm.
The bum rant. Um,
Uh,
he didn't post it on YouTube. He fucking said he didn't post it on YouTube. He fucking lied. But it's okay though. I watched most of it. Bum. So Bum started off. You already know he put on that Twitter at Bandai at Hiroshi at fucking Toriyama is like
mm,
real talk. Put the real talk Twitter. Fucking opens up the Twitch.tv. I just see his face. He's talking about low key subtweeting. I'm not gonna say who. Low key subtweeting though, and like talking and subtweeting at the same time. It's kind of insane. But basically, the rant was about Netplay and UI. It was a little more about Netplay, and basically, he was saying that kind of going back to a previous rant about him saying people like there's so many people that have learned a lot from Netplay and have gotten a lot better on Netplay and all these Netplay monsters and people bitching about Netplay. It's like he doesn't like that loser mentality of like just saying fucking Netplay sucks. I'm not gonna play it and like not try to improve, which he is right about to a degree. The Netplay is not good, but bitching about the circumstances is not gonna help either to get you better.
it's
And
true, it's
he
true.
did mention, he also mentioned a little bit about UI on how people were either downplaying him, lying, which he's fucking right about, or kind of like being delusional in the fact that like, oh, he's not going to be a threat on offline. The magical OS is going to work offline. It doesn't work online, which is
Mm,
they're low key right because OSs don't fucking work in Arx's games. Yeah, I can't OS shit. Can't OS in Dragon Ball. Can't OS in Guilty Gear, and it doesn't work in Grand Blue either. But that we're talking about OSs that work, right? The UI OS doesn't fucking work.
mm,
So essentially, he was saying he's talking about UI and how people are downplaying him and lying about him, and how netplay is a viable option to train, which he is right about both. So I will say this: Bum Bum definitely gets in his feelings a bit about people saying that like they don't believe him or they don't trust his opinion. But
mhm.
if maybe I'll sense the bum, we're not people are not listening to you and they're not saying you're right. They know you're right, but and you know this in the bottom of your heart, but you refuse to bring it out. And is that people are gonna fucking lie about characters because they're trying to protect the meta and like what they're playing at the moment. This happens in every fighting game, and I don't understand why. We mentioned this in Discord for like 5 seconds. Is like people
Yeah.
lie about their characters even though the character can get nerfed regardless, and they'll just play something else. Like I don't know what the idea is to be like, oh, this character's not that good. This character's not that good. I'm lying, though, but this character's not that good. Like that shit doesn't make any fucking sense to me when you just pick someone else anyway. Like This is why I don't lie about the characters I play. Like, if I know some shit's really OD, I'm just gonna say it's really OD. And like, if
Big
they
fact.
nerf it, fuck it. I'll just pick something else. It's not a big deal. Even if I like it a lot, it's like I'm not gonna fucking hide from it. This shit is OD.
Hmm. Yeah, like seriously though, like there's like eventually people are gonna catch on, so it's like why even lie about it in the first place? Like I mean, we both know the reason. The reason is that they think, they can protect they can make what they're running last longer, like the team they're running or the characters they're running. They can make it last longer than they think the devs will should allow. But it's like you said, like all of the any competitor, bro, they will change characters the moment that their character is too weak. Like if they feel like their team or whatever they're running is too weak to perform, then you're gonna switch. Like that's just what ends up happening. So it's like there's no real reason to downplay other than the fact that I don't know, you just like lying or you just you just don't want your shit to get. You really think that like I don't know, maybe in the moment you think that you don't want to learn something else, you just want to keep running your shit. I don't know, man.
Yeah, you got Bum losing his fucking mind for no reason, bro. But like, I know Bum. Like, if Bum ever listens to this, I know in the bottom of my heart, people are just fucking lying. They don't think you're insane or incorrect. Like, they know in the bottom of their heart that you're right, but they're not gonna fucking admit it because you do have a lot of like Bum has a lot of staying power in the fucking Dragon Ball. Like, Bandai definitely watches him clearly because they have three fucking HOC players in the championships, right? So clearly
Yeah,
they see Bum as a as a person, right? They acknowledge Bum exists. So
yeah.
clearly they know
And
what you're
like they
talking.
have his
They have an idea.
commentators too.
Yeah, they have his comment. They have his commentators. They have three people from HOC. Technically four, because I feel like the reason Mamba Lamba, fuck Christ, Mamba Lamba the GOAT is even in there is because he won a shit ton of HOCs. He was undefeated,
Yeah, of
right?
course.
Like if he didn't play in that shit, he probably wouldn't have gone in. Even though he's a good player, the HOCs made it a big deal because he won all of them. So like
These are big facts.
it's just like don't lie about it. They're gonna find out. It's pretty fucking when you have 17 people playing UI and you're gonna lie about UI, you're not good. You're not gonna get very far. It's they're gonna do something about it. All right, it could be any character. Like they're gonna figure it out. Like lying and like using your clout to to gain something that's not gonna exist
Mm.
is foolishness. That shit is unnecessary. And
Yeah, shit is yikes.
also for the Netplay too, the Netplay conversation. So the low key subtweet. I don't know if I mean I definitely clipped it before when he was ranting that a certain individual was bitching about the online, and then Bum just fucking goes ham. He's like, "Damn, you all complain about Netplay all day. Go send the clouds. Go send the clouds." That show was OD. The initial rant, the previous rant was crazy, but
So you already know who he's coming for.
he comes back for the sequel. You know who he's coming for. You can put in the chat. You can put in the chat if you know who he was gunning for, if you were there. But
As soon as you hear him say "Go sit in the clouds," you should already know.
go sit in the clouds. That's OD. Go sit in the clouds. That's crazy. Not go sit in the clouds. But yeah,
Yeah,
I
no.
think so the thing is like, clearly there are things in the game that are really good online. Like and that's in every fighting game. But overall, we're pretty responsible in on who we play, the reasons we let in for the tournament. So like there's very rarely a time like so I've been playing in Netflix. You play Netflix tournaments for a little bit longer than I have, but I've been getting
Mhm.
back into the game. I've been playing Netplay tournaments pretty much every week. PC though, I played one PS4 one, and overall they're pretty decent. Like the most I get is 3 frames. Like it's nothing crazy. I know some people have some bad experiences where like they fought somebody with crazy delay. Um, but I think for the majority of the games, they're not that bad, honestly.
Mhm.
How do you feel about like the Netplay tournaments right now and like exhibitions and shit? Like, are they doing? I feel like they're doing a good job of making sure who we let who we playing against.
Yeah, I think like the fact that we're actually starting to transition to PC is already like a big step for us in terms of like playing and trying to keep the competitive scene alive because I really don't think PS4 is gonna cut it. Because it's just like sometimes there's just too much money on the line to like be playing on PS4, dog. Like you're playing on PS4 and like the game is literally just the console is already laggier. So any amount of more frame delay is just like it always feels shitty. And then on PC it's like if you're playing one frame, a steady one frame online, then it feels better than PS4 offline. Like it's it should be clear what we should be playing on in this era of like the competitive scene. Like we have to be playing on PC now, and not to say that we have to stop playing on PS4 entirely. Like because there's people that don't have PCs, and that's always going to be a thing, and it's fine. We could run them on PS4, but for the majority of this year, like there was almost nothing being ran on PC except for exhibitionists. And now, Spooky and Bum are running. What are they on for Com right now for PC? They're on like Com 4 or something.
They just
Like
had
they don't.
Comp 4. Fuck the
Yeah, so
locals.
they
We're running the national championship is running PC. Besides Japan,
yeah that's oh yeah because that shit is banned
that's as well.
sadly. But like I mean, apparently their internet infrastructure or whatever is better in Japan, so maybe
Yeah,
PS4 is
they
still
are.
fine for them.
They don't care.
But
They're used to that shit. They played on fucking cabinets their whole generation with laggy arcade cabinets. So that shit is they're all fine with that.
yeah, like I think it's I think it's really good that they're starting to run it on PC, especially since they're running nationals on PC. Like that's definitely gonna make people realize like that PC is the way. Because even the developers were like, "Nah, we can't run this shit on PS4." You know what I'm saying? Like even they were like, "This shit is too ass." Like
All the people are definitely like, we are running PC and PS4. Oh, PC. Let's do that.
yeah,
I'm sure that's how that conversation went with all the players.
yeah, like big facts. Yeah, when they were asking everyone, like, come on, dude, PC is like, it's just the way, man. Like the game just runs so much better and like having access to parsec. I know Bandai obviously is going to be against it and stuff, but that parsec is definitely the most optimal way to play the game online, like free playing on parsec cloud servers because you guys are playing on a neutral host now, so it's like honestly like the fairest like that we can probably get because it's really just like if you have a shitty connection to the server, like then it's only going to feel shitty for you. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to the other player. It's really dependent on your connection to the server, not so much like the game's netcode is just bad. So we're just not gonna have a good time at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, in the clouds is good. The clouds is good for some nice practice, but I think we're doing a pretty good job on keeping track of like PCs like it wasn't non-existent, right? Nobody was playing on
Mhm.
PC before, but now we have the fucking national championships, and they're rotating for the PS4 people and the PC people for the locals too. So it's good. I think it's not trying. People are bitching. Like, stop bitching. You can play on Netplay for PC. It's not fucking god awful. You're not playing across the country either, right? It's like an East
Yeah.
Coast thing with limited states, right?
Hmm.
I know people were tight about the Mama situation, that he was like winning every week and the connection was not very good, but you know, fuck it, you lost. Oh well, right? Like, there's nothing you can
Yeah,
do
like
about
at the end of the day, like it's over after. Like you're gonna get tight, but unless you're actually trying to region lock the tournament, it's like no one was trying to say. Everyone's like, nah, we should ban Mamba, but really, what should have been happening was that shit should have been locked to fucking Tri-State. You're playing on PS4. You're playing on PS4. You shouldn't be going anywhere past Tri-State. Run another tournament for another region.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I mean he was like the only one, so like the easy switch was like ban Mamba, but I mean, yeah, they definitely could have just fucking they could have ran it. Like just try to stay if they really gave a fuck. But I mean, it was definitely mostly they were tight about Mamba. I mean, they were tight about 002. They like banned 00 for a little bit too because
Yeah.
his connection was pretty bad. But
Even like I'll keep it a book, bro. Like the times I entered, because I was entering the PS4 tournaments early on, a lot, and like aside from Mamba, like Mamba, the thing is that Mamba, he's in a whole, he's like all the way down south, so obviously connection's not gonna be good. But then he actually knows how to play the game, so it's like now it's like you now it's a problem for a lot of people because they're like, damn, this guy's gonna beat me, and I'm not having fun when I'm playing. You know what I'm saying? But there's a bunch of other people that were entering that tournament that had shitty ass connections, but you just beat them. So it's like you're fine with it. You know what I'm saying? The people that have a voice in the community are fine.
uh-oh.
You dig what
Uh-oh.
I'm saying?
Yeah. You ever see
Like,
I forgot what that fucking program was. You ever like in grade school and they had like it was like the MS Paint, but it was like the kid version, and then you did the undo, like, oh no. You ever see that shit? That's what that is.
yeah,
That's what
yeah.
that was that sentence right there. Oh no.
Like that shit is big facts though, dog. Like there was
I mean, yeah.
there was so many people, bro, that did not have good connections, but no one said a word because they were beating them. So they were like, "Fuck it, we're beating them. It doesn't matter. It's a free win to them." You know what I'm saying? The people that have a voice in the community. But then Mom, on the other hand, he'll actually beat you, and you're not having fun because it's shitty connection. So now they're like, "Fuck this. I'm losing and I'm not having fun. Like at least I could win and I have fun. That's
Ban
different,
this
right? You know what I'm
motherfucker.
saying?" You dig what I'm saying? That's how, but I'm saying though, that's really how people was coming though. Like I
Oh
promise
yeah.
you, bro. I promise.
I
But
mean, that's what I was looking from the side because I wasn't playing the game yet. I wasn't back in it, but I was like, oh, it's kind of interesting. You know, I like to see NY. My favorite pastime. I've said this before. My favorite pastime is when New York, like one person just comes in and just claps for weeks and weeks, and people get tight. People get tight. That's my shit. That's my shit.
hey,
That's a I'll get bummed all the primes to see that shit. Oh, next week? Oh, we know who won this week. I can't wait to see Twitter. I got it's like you ever see the sports center, like the red zone? We got all the shit.
yeah.
I got the comments, the Twitter, each individual person's Twitter up, like, eating that shit up. That's my shit. That's what's gonna happen. I thought was gonna happen to Kanto. I think Kanto was about to pull up in the tournament and just start clapping. I was gonna pull up the red zone. See him pull up all the Twitters. That's my shit right there. But I mean, I get it to a degree. It's not the best, right? He doesn't seem to have the best situation. But I mean, fuck it. He's gotta hold that. Gotta hold
Yeah,
it. At the end
no,
of the day,
that,
like fuck it, don't play. I mean, they are not playing to a
yeah,
degree.
now
To a
the
degree, they're
games
not
are
playing. Now that they have the cloud. But bump stays on that ass. Bump stays on.
Word.
Stay in the
Like, yo, you gotta
clouds.
enter. You
Oh
gotta
my
enter
god.
my tournament, bro.
That shit
Yeah,
is.
like I think it's great that they're running it on PC now though. And like people that are complaining about PC being bad, that's honestly like I don't think that's very valid, honestly. Because like to like at least to me, bro, in my experience playing PC Netplay, like just the Netplay on the game, like it's been fine. Even like if it's like 3 to 4 frame delay, like it's not that bad. Like it's still not as bad as it is on PS4. Like PS4, those same people, it feels terrible. But then you put it on PC and it's playable. Like you know what I mean?
I
Like
think
truly.
yeah, so like when I play I've been playing Netplay obviously to like get gauge to the game again and shit. PC though. And like there's some pretty bad connections, right? The PC is not great. There's some people that are like, damn, this shit is dog. But for tournament wise, it's fine. Like tournament, I've been playing for 3 weeks. I've been doing good. Granted, I have a pretty decent net play team to counteract the stuff that's going on. But it's been fine. I've had one person, so only one time. It wasn't even like bad. Um, Min, the guy from NLBC, I was playing in the next level one. He's like, hey, this people are saying this guy has bad connection. And you're playing him next. Do a test game to see how it feels. So like, okay, I'll play it out. My internet is ridiculous, right? It's like 900 up, 900 down. I have like the max amount of internet you could possibly have. So I
Mhm.
played him. It was a steady 3 frame delay. I'm like, this is fine. I could just play this. It was like it didn't move it. It was just straight three. It didn't move a single fucking inch the entire set, the entire test game. It didn't move at all. I was like, holy shit. This is I never seen a steady 3 frame delay. It's like fuck it, let's run it. It was fine. It was on PS4. It would have been dog because if you didn't know, the PS4 also has throttle, so like you can't get the max amount of
Mm.
like I can't get the max amount of internet through my PS4. Like there's a limit, there's a cap on the bandwidth. Or I don't know what the actual phrase is called, but you can't I can't get 900 up 900 down on the PS4. It doesn't let you. So like that is
Mm.
already a problem. Like you even if you have godlike internet, it doesn't fucking matter because like the PS4 is just a dinosaur. Like and
Mhm.
the game's not run as well on PS4. So yeah, play PC. You can join the clouds. Tag runs clouds all the time. If you're from the region,
Mhm.
there's clouds everywhere. They all up in the clouds now.
Yeah, no, real talk. Like seriously, the like being able to play on PC or cloud now that we don't have offlines, is definitely really good. Like think I think once we like, because it's just starting. Like we're still only like a like a we're only a weekend, or a month in. I'm sorry, to playing PC in tournaments now. So it's like people are gonna they're gonna catch on sooner or later. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That
it's
moves the way.
and also for people that are debating like, damn, I should go on the PC wave. You could real talk, you could literally build a PC for just like maybe $50 more. If you let's say you just want to play fighting games, you're just playing Dragon Ball, whatever. You can literally build. Obviously, you can't stream, but you could build a PC for like $250, $300, and play fucking Dragon Ball. Because you don't even need a good monitor. You need a 60 hertz, like 1 ms, right? You don't need a 144. You're not playing Valorant. So, get that, get whatever fucking keyboard you want, get a whatever mouse you want. You just need the stick, right? You need the stick, the pad, the monitor, the PC. It's like 300, like 350 maybe if you spend a little bit more money. Like that shit is gonna slap, bro. PC, and if you try to play that Riot fighting game, you already know that shit gonna be on PC is gonna slap. So
Mm,
I invest in the PC. You get access to the cloud. You get access to PC, tournaments, shit like that. Like it's good. It's worth it. And then if you like PC gaming a lot, you can invest in the upgrade because you have the base foundation. If you have like a base foundation for your PC, it's gonna be better for you, right? You have the case. You know how shit works. If you build it yourself, that's even better. So
mhm,
you're gonna be able to make the appropriate upgrades if you really really like PC gaming to get like a monster PC eventually, and then run your own shit or stream or play other games outside of fighting games for your PC, right? So if you're thinking about PC, start with get a starter build. Don't buy fucking pre-built. Don't be a Mamba. Don't buy a fucking pre-built PC. Get get the parts. Get like some 300 $350 builds and start playing. All right, you can try some fucking
mm.
rollback for plus R. Do a bunch of shit with it, right? Invest in the PC, bro. It's just gonna be lit.
Oh yeah, big facts. Like really, like it's definitely worth it, man. And I think like even when tournaments come back, like we'll still be seeing the like online tournaments be ran on PC and stuff. Like most
Yeah,
definitely.
I think I think like when Corona I mean, I'm assuming Corona ends eventually, right? When Corona ends, I think like the online tournaments are going to be a staple. I don't think they're going to go away. Like people like it, or people are, they can tolerate it enough to play. I think it's worth it, honestly. Like if tournaments came back, right? Because I'm becoming a big boy. I have 2 jobs, right? Hopefully it turns into one job. 'Cause 2 jobs is kind of OD, but I'm not gonna be able to go to tournaments like as crazy I used to be able to, right? Especially for locals. So
Mhm.
I'd be happy to be able to play the PC locals once a week. and then some other times I can go out for majors and locals, right? Like in person.
Mm,
So I'd be happy for the online tournaments to still continue. I think it's worth it, honestly. I think it's worth it
mm,
for if you to run it too. I think Spooky and Bum, they see the value of it still.
mm.
I hope they do. I hope they continue running it past Corona.
Yeah. Yeah, I really think they will, honestly.
I think it's worth it. I would play it. I would fucking play the PC. Like if I can't go that week for whatever, like for job or whatever, I'll fucking play the PC Netplay tournament.
Yeah, no, for real though. That's big facts. Like the PC is just the least fastest response time because the consoles nowadays are just shitty.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
really
see
probably where it's
PS5
coming
though.
from.
I mean Mad games are backwards compatible, right? So is Dragon Ball backwards compatible? See, I assume so,
Yeah, they
right? For
might.
PS5.
Oh yeah, that was another thing. I don't know if you want to talk about it or not, but like the someone was asking me earlier today. I thought it'd be cool we talk about it. The like where the game is actually going, like how much longer this game actually has, like you know
Oh,
after
that's a
this
big talk.
DLC drops. Yeah, cause like there's a lot that could happen, bro. Like they could make a fucking what they did with like season three. They could do that for PS5 and make like a season four type deal where they like patch the game heavily again, fucking optimize it like
Okay.
for the new
Yeah,
console,
yeah, yeah. Okay,
like
okay,
they
wait,
did
wait,
with
wait.
Guilty Gear. With
Wait,
like was
pause,
it
pause real
Guilty Gear
quick.
with
Yeah,
Guilty Gear?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Wait, pause real quick, pause real quick. Okay,
Uh,
let's talk about that last. I wanna segue because some new developments have happened right now. I'm gonna
what's
send
up?
you a
What's up?
picture, right? I'm gonna send you a picture, right? Who
Okay,
who you got? Who you picking in this game though? Who you picking in this fighting game?
which one?
I send you a picture.
All right, it's loading.
This picture is crazy.
What is this? Is this Disney Fighter?
This is the BBtag illustrator made fucking Disney like Disney art, right? So this is like
What?
if BBtag was a fucking Disney fighting game.
Guys, I hold my camera. There we go. You guys can see it in the camera
This
right there.
picture is godlike too.
My Little Mermaid, or the mermaid and what
Ariel
is
and
this guy's
Hercules,
name?
Hercules, Ariel and
Hercules.
Hercules.
Yeah, there you go. Word.
All right, we can
Damn,
talk
look.
about this for like 5 minutes, yo. Who you got in a BB tag, like a 2v2 fighting game, Disney fighting game? Who you got?
Disney? Shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Hold on. Let me. I have to actually look up Disney
All
characters.
right, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Let me do it too. Actually, I might forget some. I'm literally typing in Disney characters on fucking Google Images. Let me see what I got. Okay, okay, all right, all right. Hold on. Rules. You can't pick Marvel because Marvel doesn't fucking count. You can't pick a Marvel character. That's too OD. You can't pick a Marvel. You can pick a Star Wars character if you want. That I'll allow that. That's fair. But if I were to pick, damn, I need like a big ass list. Hmm. If I were to pick a Disney fighting game, so this is BB Tag style because the illustration is BB Tags 2v2. All right, we got
I
2v2s.
muted my mic on accident. I don't know when that happened, but
Who
I
you
was
got?
gonna
You,
say
you
that.
figured out?
Well, I think like guaranteed I might have to play like Daffy Duck and like maybe a Lion King character or
Okay,
Toy Story maybe like
okay.
Buzz Lightyear.
Point. You got point. Point
Point
Daffy.
Buzz Lightyear and then
Oh
Daffy in the back
shit.
with the. Wait, his assist is like he calls in the whole Daffy Duck crew. What did they? He has like three brothers and shit.
Yeah. Yeah. A tag fighting game with fucking Disney characters would be OD.
Yeah, there's
I
like
would.
damn
Damn. I
Wreck-It
would
Ralph characters.
play.
They got a lot of cool characters in there too.
Yeah. I would definitely play. I'm definitely playing Peter Pan. That motherfucker Magneto, bro.
Oh shit.
That
Okay,
motherfucker gonna be
you
try
make it
dashing
really
on your
OD.
ass. He
You make
gonna
it
be
OD in a
try
fighting
dashing on
game,
your
bro.
ass. That
He would
should be
have to be OD.
OD. I would play him. Yo, who's the villain for Peter Pan too? I might have to run the team Peter Pan though. What's his fucking name?
Eh,
That
I
dude with
don't
the
even.
sword, bro. Peter Pan villain. Hold on, I gotta see what the fuck is his name, bro.
James Hook.
Captain Hook, yo, Captain Hook. Damn, he might have the normals, bro. He might have the command throw though. He might just yank you with the command throw. Shit might be kind of lit. There's too many characters though. This is like dumb hard. But if I had to pick one, I'm like on the top of my head
Oh,
is
not
definitely
Daffy
Peter
Duck.
Pan.
Oh, wait, I said the wrong name. Daffy Duck is Looney Tunes, dog. What's the fucking duck's name from Disney, bro? What the
Oh,
fuck's his name? Um, God damn it! I can't believe I can't remember his name. I think it's Sam. Is it Sam?
no, Donald,
Donald. Yeah, Donald Duck. Yeah,
Donald Duck.
yeah, Donald Duck. That's what I was supposed to say. I said Daffy Duck on
Oh,
some
Daffy Duck. Yeah,
stupid
I
shit.
got you. Yeah,
But weird.
yeah. Him, or like my point is definitely like Aladdin or Peter Pan. The motherfucker's gonna be moving.
Where the Aladdin gonna have float on the carpet? Yo, that
Yeah.
should be OD actually.
He
Hold
would
up.
he would
Let
have
me try
actual
that.
flip. He might have flip mix. Aladdin might have flip mix, and he might pull the sword out.
That ass.
That shit
That
might
would actually be
happen.
fire. Oh,
That'd be
you know what? They
fire.
let you play like Alice in Wonderland girl. I would play her too, because she would have some crazy shit.
Oh
I
yeah,
can already tell, because
Alice. Oh shit, yeah,
like
she might. She have the
her
freaky.
realm
She'd have
is
the
very
freaky mix, bro. She'd have
yeah.
the hallucinogenic mix.
Real talk. She'll like go big real quick. She'll drink a little
This shit be-
gigantic potion.
oh my god, yeah, that should be
Take
kind
her
of
to a
wild.
shadow realm with the cat. What's that cat called? Oh my god! I would. Oh, I'd
Chester.
have to play Stitch. I forgot. Nah, no cap.
Oh,
I
Stitch.
have to
Oh
play
yeah,
Stitch.
he'd be rock. Yo, he'd just be
I
rocking raccoon.
have to.
He would just be
Oh, he
rocking
literally
raccoon.
would be rocking. Oh
He would just
shit.
be shooting
Mhm.
mad shit at you, bro. He's fucking small. That motherfucker be OD. He is not, bro. He has mad hands too. He got 4 hands.
Word.
This should be
Yo,
fucked.
dead ass. I would have to play. I had to play
Damn,
Stitch.
Stick should
Damn,
be kind
Stitch
of.
and Donald Duck. Ooh,
Stick should
let's
be
fuck with
yeah.
that.
Stick should be kind of lit though. Stick should be sick.
Yo, that would be fucking godlike.
Stick
Damn,
should
there
be.
would be a lot of cool characters actually, like low key. Now that I think about it.
I mean, it's fucking Disney. They own everything. Would it like this disregarding
Did they make
Marvel?
possible? Ooh, hold up.
Disregarding
There's a lot.
Marvel and shit. Yeah, the Marvel characters, but like even Star Wars, right? Play fucking. You can play Darth Vader and fucking Donald Duck. Like you play some crazy shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that picture is got like if you're watching it on YouTube, I'll put the image on the screen for you so you can see it. I don't know if I have a
Word.
link for it, but maybe I'll tweet it out later. But yeah, for the YouTube people, there'll be the pictures on the screen right now, so you guys
If
can
you
see
guys are
it.
just coming in, you want to see the image again, I'll flash it on the webcam real fast from my phone. This is an image from the person that draws the art for BBtag. They drew Disney characters. So it's either they really like Disney characters or they're drawing the art for a fighting game.
Have VOD. I'm your Arcs is like the fucking. That'll never happen though because it's Disney. Disney will just make their own shit. They'll literally just make. They'll just hire people with their fucking $1 billion and just make a fighting game.
Word, word.
But all right, now that we got that out of the way, I had to talk about that because that was a crazy topic. Someone just sent me
Word.
that picture. I was like, what the fuck is this? That'd be sick
Word.
though.
That,
2v2
that
and not
would
to
be
be a
kind of
3v3
fun.
fighter though. 2v2 too small, bro. There's too many fucking characters to run a
Yeah,
2v2 fighter. It had to be a three.
3v3.
Have to be a
Want some
3v3.
KOF shit? Imagine.
Oh, that'd be kind of sick too, actually. Yeah, I fuck with that. I fuck with that. There's so many characters though. There's so many characters that like can't fight though. Also, like
Yeah.
you're gonna have Olaf and the Mexican kid from who plays the guitar. Like that shit, you can't like the motherfuckers can't fight. Like
Wait, yo, is Jack Skeleton Disney? Yo, hold up. They got some fire ass. They could make a fire ass game, bro. You get
yeah, Jack
Tarzan.
Skeleton. He is Disney.
Bro, okay,
Oh
that's OD. Because
shit.
Jack Skeleton
Damn,
got
he
a
gonna have
lot of
the crazy normals.
like.
His
He's
Thomas
gonna
is
be.
gonna be different. He gonna get
He's gonna
fuzzy
have like
though.
3 movesets.
He about to get fuzzy the fuck up.
Yeah, that would be a dope ass game. Honestly, I'll be with it. I would play it. I would play that shit if
Damn,
it
there's
if
so
it really
many
came out.
fucking
I would get it.
characters, bro. Holy shit. Monsters Inc. Yo, who's the chameleon from Monsters Inc., bro? His name
Oh yeah, the
that nigga's
word.
tight.
It'll be dope.
What's his fucking
Damn,
name?
you could get all the Monsters
Yeah,
Inc. characters
Randall,
like a
bro.
bunch.
Randall? Oh shit, he going
Oh yeah, that's
that
his name.
motherfucker gonna teleport. He gonna have some
You're
teleport shit.
gonna be like Reptile from Mortal Kombat. Gonna have slides,
Oh yeah, he going
go
crazy.
invisible,
There's
all
too many
that shit.
characters, bro. There's mad oh no, someone go play Snow White. The seven dwarf gonna be getting called the forest.
Word, yo.
Call it the
Straight
Gideon
fucking
forest with the
obvious.
fucking.
Oh, but it's the sweeping
Should go say
doors.
all of them, bro. What's the fucking this
Dopey
thing
come
like?
out and just hit you with a brick. Dopey gonna have a slow overhead.
Yo, she gonna be selling shit. Sleepy, happy, Dobby. They should be she should be calling them all those shits. Yo, bashful gonna be the counter. He gonna be the counter one.
Word.
You hit him, he's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah,
Yo, Sleepy's gonna be like,
that-
you know how Fal's got the bad items. You gonna call Sleepy.
yeah.
He's a bad. He's like, fuck, I don't want Sleepy, bro.
Word.
That shit's funny.
Word. Word.
Yo, we can literally
That would be
have a whole podcast on this one fucking conversation. That shit's funny. All right, let's
yeah.
talk.
That shit
Let's talk about the future. We'll end it with the future. So,
with the
the
what?
Dragon Ball. So like, um, so my thing is, it's Bandai, right? And Bandai, nobody thought Tekken would be on their fucking like fifth season. Was it 4 or 5 seasons? Tekken 7, people didn't think Tekken 7 was gonna last this long. And they
Mhm.
saw the success of Tekken 7, like, fuck it, just keep running this shit. Why are we gonna stop now? Because people were like, all right, here comes Tekken 8, and it's like we're on their fourth season of Tekken, right? Not great. Tekken 7's kind of sus right now, but they're running it, right? So Bandai is willing to just run that shit. The only thing is, Bandai doesn't make the game. It's up to Arxis. So like, I don't know how that contract's gonna work. Like, is Arxis willing to do another season, or are they like, fuck it, we have Naruto fighter to make, right? We don't know what they're gonna do. Clearly, they're probably gonna make they're probably gonna continue this path of anime fighters. Like, this seems to be just a printing press, right? Like, of money. Like, this shit is just gonna pour out money to just keep making anime fighters. So
So
I think I think there is gonna be a season 4. I think there will be a season 4.
mhm.
Past that, I don't know, because I was memeing low key, but um, like, part of me thought there was gonna be a fucking season 3. I thought she really was gonna walk out and say "arigato gozaimasu" and we're just stuck here forever. But they stuck to the plan of 3 years, right? Because their plan was 3 years. That is like, I don't know if that's some hidden Illuminati shit, but yeah, that their plan is for 3 years. But
Okay.
I think they can do a season 4. I think they will, if it's up to Bandai. Because Bandai is just gonna say fuck it, we running it. But
Right.
is Arxis gonna be like, nah, we have Naruto fire to make? I don't know.
Yeah. I think I think what we're gonna see is like cause the thing is that Naruto is also made by Bandai, I'm pretty sure. Like
Okay,
the
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah. Well,
story
maybe
game.
maybe not Naruto, but like, I mean, Bandai owns a lot of fucking properties, so maybe Naruto's not the best example, because Bandai also
Let me
owns
just
it,
make
but
sure they are
they do
Bandai.
make it.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
they
it
do.
is.
They do. Because I bought the fucking Naruto Strikers, whatever this shit's called.
Oh yeah,
Shinobi
that game was
Strikers.
actually cool.
Yeah, that game was cool, and Bandai made it. So yeah, that game. Um. So
I think like we're either gonna see like okay, here's what I think, right? I think what's gonna happen is because when's the PS5 coming out again? It's coming out pretty soon, right? It's coming out
December.
before this year. Yeah, it's coming out for the year's over. So I think what we might see is like we'll see all the DLC come out. Like what if they release all the DLC before PS5 comes out? Or no, it has to be
Um.
after. It's too short notice, I think, actually, for them to
No,
make a big patch.
it's a little bit. Yeah, we're kind of close.
So I think like we're either gonna see like because if they port the game to PS5, they're gonna update it. And I think that's what's gonna happen. So they might not port it right away. It might not be like a launch title, but I
Yeah,
think
it's
we could see
not.
a port. Because didn't they do that with Guilty Gear? Like, remember they were like patching the game like during the time that the next console was coming out, like PS3
Yeah,
to PS4.
there was not a because PS4 is not, it's not cross compatible, right? Like, they made another version.
Yeah,
The
right,
Guilty
right.
Gear Xrd was like a different version on the PS4 compared to the PS3.
Yeah, I think they might do that with fighters. Like they might make like Ultimate Dragon Ball Fighters or some shit, for instance, for PS5, and then we'll have like a big balance patch. All the DLC will be in the game, like included, like how they did with Ultimate, like
Yeah, that could. That is like that's like a pretty good plan, right? That makes sense for them to do that. I think they should do that. Honestly, just make a fucking ultimate version, just have all the characters, and then be like
Mhm.
next season. Da-da-da. They could do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I
I think they might do that.
I think they should. I would at this point in the game, I would like a season 4. Now that I see that this game is in a total fucking disaster, right? Season 3 is really good. Season 3 is the best season right now. So,
Hmm.
I'm willing to try season 4 for sure. I think now that they haven't fucking ruined the game yet. We have two new DLC characters, they could drop GT on us. GT2,
Hmm.
but right now they're doing a pretty good job. There's UI exists, probably exists, but they're nowhere near as bad as like season 1 or GT season 2.
Yeah, no cap, no cap, no cap.
I hope so. I think they should. I think they should. And I think that's um I don't know, rollback, maybe rollback season
Well,
4,
that would be crazy.
because
Like if yo,
they're starting to say it too, right? I know Harada doesn't know what fucking rollback is, but Arxis does, and they're they're seeing what's happening, right? Strive is getting a lot of shit, but games are getting all SNK's making a bunch of rollback for their games. That shit gets a huge boost. Pulsar has more players than fucking Street Fighter 5 on PC right now.
oh,
Like
that's
literally,
OD. I didn't even know
literally,
that.
they're seeing the progress, right? It has the max amount of people right now on the Steam charts. That game, Plus R, that 20-year-old game, has peaked higher than Exert's peak on PC. It has a higher peak right now. So clearly they realize, okay, this shit is working. So
Yes.
it's up to Bandai though. It's in Bandai's court. Will they fucking do it?
Hmm.
Will they do it? Because you can see
Yeah,
it works. People fucking jump on the rollback train.
yeah, especially in this time that we're in right now with everyone being home and stuff, no
It's
offline.
worth. It's worth it.
In a yeah, in a scene where like offline is very, like in fighting games, offline is so important as opposed to like any other competitive game. So like having GGPO for us is what it's honestly like what we need. We need like the good net play. That's something that fighting games are missing, bro. Like in terms of like shooters, MOBAs, like any other game that you have to play in real time, the online play is not as flawed. I feel like it's always like I've never had an issue with like a shooting game where like
Oh yeah.
fucking hit reg is so delayed because I'm playing online. Like it's always like you play online and the hit reg is good, and you play offline and you're like, wow, the hit reg is instant. Like it feels crazy, which is like you know playing Dragon Ball. You play online and you're like, this is shitty. You know what I'm saying? Like on PS4 or something. Like
Yeah, it's not great. Like delay has got us. Delay based Mexico has reached like its pinnacle. Like this is as far as you can take delay based Mexico. It's probably as good as delay based Mexico you can make it at this point, right? Like I don't think you can make it any better. It's time for the rollback, right? The games are old games are getting it. So like I don't know, like why give it to all these old games, right? If you're not gonna like give it to something else. I feel like this is practice, right? It's supposed to be
yeah,
practice.
yeah, you actually are probably onto something,
It
bro.
has to be practice, right? They can't just like SNK is dropping like all their old fucking games. They dropped it in Garo, they dropped it in 2002. Right? Like if 15 doesn't have fucking rollback, they're crazy.
Yeah, that would be OD.
Like, we're playing
Um,
delay. Like they don't make it say like what the fuck? Are you gonna give it to all your other games, just not give it to your new title? This shit makes no sense, right? Same for Arxis. I think Arxis is like Stripe has it. They just put in a fucking in Plus R, and people are saying it's pretty good.
yeah,
So let's go. Season 4, it's the
maybe they
time.
will do that. Maybe like it gets ported to PS5 with rollback, or maybe they. I feel like they might do what they're doing right now with it. Like, what if they add a beta for GGPO for PC, and then Dragon Ball gets ported to PS5, Ultimate Dragon Ball Fighters, and it has fucking GGPO. That would be like
They
that
could,
should be
honestly.
dope.
I mean, remember they did something where like they had like some trial. I don't know if they ever did it, but they said they had some trial where Netplay for it was like a beta for like a new version on the Netplay. This was like a
Mhm.
while ago though. Do you remember that?
They had a beta for new Netplay.
So they had like fuck, I can't remember. Maybe someone in the chat remembered. They made a tweet and it was like, "Hey, we're trying this public testing for like new like improved netcode." But this was like a year ago, like maybe like a little longer. I don't remember. Maybe someone in the chat remembers. It was a tweet. I could be going insane, but I clearly remember them saying that at one point. I don't know if they ever did it, but I remember that being the case. They had like a tweet or like some public testing for some new netplay. It wasn't rollback, but it was like they were trying something for. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. I think they could just do it. They've figured out how to port it for their older games, and they figured out how to
Facts.
do it for a new game. I mean, it's easier to do it for a new game. Like if you ever looked into rollback, it's easier to do it for a fresh game compared to a game that's already built.
Mhm.
But it can be done. It's doable. It's possible to
Yeah,
do.
they're doing it. Like they're starting to do it now.
Yeah,
They're
I think
showing us that it really is possible.
I think season 4 is like I think it's like 70%. I think 70% of a chance we have a season 4.
Mhm.
I think it's highly possible, and I am for season 4.
Yeah, I also think the game is gonna keep getting support. Like the players still support it. You
The
know what I
game is
mean?
still
Like
big.
yeah.
It's still big enough. I mean, all the Dragon Ball heads, like for like the YouTube and the content creators, like they all say this is the best Dragon Ball game of all time, like which is fucking crazy. Like this is their best game. But also we have to take into account like we just play the fighting game aspect, but there's so much other shit in the game that we just don't touch because we don't give a fuck. But like, they have
Mhm.
all those events and shit and the costume for the avatars and like the point like the game points for your region and shit like that. Like they have all those little things that we don't pay attention to. But that they do on the side that we don't do it, but the content creators and the casual like the super duper casuals, they do that shit,
Mhm.
right? So they love that
Mhm.
game, and people say it's like the best Dragon Ball game ever. So
Mhm.
fuck it. I think Bandai is willing to support it, but we'll see. I don't know what Arc's plans are. I don't know like what their relationship is. Like does Bandai just grabbing them, is just fucking like just has them by the balls, or like can Arc just leave? Like I don't know.
Mhm.
We'll see.
Can Arxes leave?
Like
When,
could they just say no? Like just like no, we're done. Or
oh, with
like
Dragon Ball.
yeah.
I think okay. The only reason why they would do that is because they're working on like obviously they have Strive coming out, but
Yeah.
I feel like the only reason why was because we would see a Naruto fighter or like a Jump Fighters. That would be the
Yeah.
only reason why they don't make a new season for Dragon Ball.
But it have to be a game. Well, it can't be a Naruto one because we just said right, Bandai owns it, so like they're not gonna say now we're making the Naruto fight. Like no, you're not. Like they're just gonna say no. Bandai would just
Yeah,
say
maybe
no.
they work together on it again, right?
Yeah. So like I mean that would be the reason, but that means Bandai is also in agreement. Like okay, we're done here. So like
Yeah.
I don't know. I just unless they're already doing it, like I don't see a scenario where Bandai just says, "Let's wrap it up." Like when they see the success of the game, like they've seen Tekken do it, they want to continue. They're willing to continue the game and support because the game's still popping. So unless like the only scenario is like Arx is already making the Naruto fighter or whatever game with Bandai, and they're like, we can't work on Dragon Ball anymore, we're working on this, or Arxis is doing something else completely with another publisher or by themselves, and then Arxis is allowed to say no. Like they're allowed to just walk away.
Oh.
That's those are the two scenarios. I think it's either they're making the Naruto fighter and they're both in agreement, like we're done with Dragon Ball, or Arxis is allowed to leave and they're making whatever else they're making. Blaze
Mhm.
Blue 2 or whatever the fuck I don't know. But yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah,
I
new
think it's
Ray Blue.
I don't know. Because
Granblue.
I think Granblue's like they're on autopilot with Granblue. They're just they're putting the kickers out. They're done. Like I don't see a season three in the works for Granblue. I don't see that happening. But yeah, I think it's in. I don't know. We'll see. I think season four is very possible, unless the new game is on the horizon.
Word. And I think Granblue is. I also think the game is not gonna receive any more support, bro, after this DLC like that comes out.
Yeah, it's definitely a wrap for that game, unfortunately. But it is what it is. Rona happened. The net play wasn't good, but maybe now they learned their lesson. You know, if the game had
Hmm.
rollback, game probably still be playable in all the regions instead of like 60 people in Japan.
Right.
But that's it. That's how it goes. Unfortunately. But yeah. Do we have anything else? Anything else to talk about?
Um.
Does your chat want anything?
Yeah, Chad, is there anything you would like us to discuss? Any of you young fellas here? Because I'm actually, I mean, not really. I don't really have any more ideas off the top of my head. Well, actually, we could talk about the 10v10 that's happening tomorrow too.
You want to talk about it? Cause
Um.
I don't. I haven't been following.
Well, like I'll tell you what's happening tomorrow. So, like the first game, they're gonna have Childish versus Mac, and apparently, they have
Oh,
some.
hold on. I'll pull up the names. Okay, I have it here. I found it.
Yeah, it's not. We're not playing in the order that we got picked in.
Yeah, I got
Like
you.
we're able to pick whatever order we want. Like if you're able to pick on the fly who goes next, basically. You know what I'm saying? As a team.
Yeah.
Um, but like the first match is gonna be Cali and Childish because apparently they have some like little beef going on, and
Mm-hmm.
they're just gonna play a set like, and it's gonna be televised for everyone. But here's the thing: is that me and Silver bet $100 on the match, and Silver is on the other team, so he has Cali and I have Childish.
Okay.
I think Childish is gonna bust his ass, and they're gonna have me and Silver on the mic tomorrow for the first game.
Oh
So that's
shit.
gonna be cool,
That's gonna be funny.
honestly. Yeah, I'm gonna be talking mad shit because bro, he said 50 because okay, so like they made a post and he said, yo, I got 50 on Cali. And I was like, yo, I got 100 on Childish. And then he just
Mm.
stuck to his guns, bro. He said, yeah. And I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, dude, like, if I can bet 4 Ghost Oki against a nigga that doesn't have Ghost Oki, I'm betting for the nigga with Ghost Oki
Yeah.
100 times.
I
So
I'm gonna agree with you. Well, what is Childish playing right now? Oh, Go
he's
Tanks.
playing he's playing Go Tanks, Go Tanks something SSJ or base Goku. What the fuck is his mid? I can't. Why can't I remember who his mid character is? Um.
That's already a good
Well, I'm
start though.
drawing
Go
a blank.
Tanks base Goku. I like.
Yeah,
It's a good
yeah. I mean, he
start.
gets Spirit Bomb.
Okay.
His
But
base Goku is like he never drops the base Goku combos. So like,
hmm. Yeah,
yeah,
I gotta agree with you. I think Childish. I like Childish in that set too. This is the first of what two?
yeah. It's first two.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. I think I like Childish in that. I think I agree with you. I think Childish
yeah.
cool.
Like
I
my
think Childish
man's.
wins that. Honestly.
Oh yeah, he's playing Go Tanks Goku. That's what it was. I was right. It's Go
Oh,
Tanks
base
base
Goku
Goku SSJ.
SSJ Goku.
Yeah, and he's playing
Hmm.
SSJB. I remember this.
Should
He's
be
playing
okay.
SSJB. It has like 46 frames of block stun, and it's as fast as a blade.
Yeah, that assist is good. I do like that assist. It's not a I mean, obviously like because you play Beam with SSJ, but I've ran into two people that use that assist. That assist is pretty good.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, I think I like Childish that. I'll be watching for sure. It's at 5 tomorrow.
Yes.
Or
That shit
okay,
is gonna be.
damn. Yeah, no eds unfortunately. I have no tack session tomorrow, so I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. So I'll definitely watch for sure. I do have to work
Yeah,
at 8, but or not 8. Oh, that's at 5, right? Oh shit, I can watch at work. It's actually perfect.
sick.
I'll chill. I'll watch at work.
Yeah,
At
man.
my lazy job. But yeah, check
Yeah,
that
like
out.
I'm gonna.
That's on Khalil's, right?
Yeah, Khalil's running it on the cloud servers. Definitely gonna be
Oh
on
yeah,
Khalil's
clown
Twitch.
servers. Okay, okay. Yeah, definitely check that out, guys. I'll watch it. For sure, I'll watch it at work. Maybe we can maybe I'll talk about that next week. We'll see. Well, I don't know who I'm gonna bring on next week, but that'll be fun to watch. Definitely watch that tomorrow. I'll be checking it out for sure. I definitely like Childish in that for
Yeah,
sure.
that first match, that shit's gonna be lit. Hoping to win my $100. Know what I mean? And not lose it.
Yeah, I think
And
it'd be good, especially on the cloud too. No lags, no laggies.
yeah, bro.
It's gonna be fun.
And
That
I'm
should that
telling you
should be
that
it.
like they both have improved like so much though. Like Cali as well. Like he his team is a threat. Like he plays Team Gohan Kid Buu Tien.
Yeah, it's
It's
a good ass
all
team.
like heavy hitting ass characters. Like all he has Team Gohan level one, most damaging level one, Tien level one, another one of the most damaging level ones. All Tien supers hurt. Like
Yeah, that
and then
shit
he
is
has Kid Buu
the big boom factor right
mixed.
there. Just fucking get hit.
Yeah, seriously.
All
So
right.
I think that match is gonna be pretty close, but I think Childish is gonna win it.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'll definitely watch it while I'm at work. It's a good. It's like the perfect time. I have to be at work at 5. I get there a little early, set up, bring my water, just fucking chill at the desk. Chilling.
Stream up,
Or
roll them
all right,
out.
all right. What any more? Any more topics? If not, we finish it
Honestly,
up
chat
at
is
us.
quiet, and I have
Okay.
nothing else to talk about.
All right, we finished at a smooth 2 hours. I actually well not 2 hours, but it's like an hour 40 because I had to stream up for a little bit. But all right,
Sure.
that's the end of season 1, episode 1. Fuck, I have fucking seasons on the mind. All right,
Number one,
obviously, thank you for being here. That's a
of
perfect
course.
perfect episode 1. We start with the Jersey boys. Um,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'll keep you guys informed on Twitter who I bring in next. If you like it, I will put the VOD on YouTube. Obviously, the VOD's here every week on Twitter. I'll put up notifications. Obviously, the streams on Twitch, unless they get fucking banned from DMCA. Then we just go to YouTube. But, twitch.tv/red versus fantasy every week, Thursday, 7 p.m. Thank you, SaGe, for coming out. It's
Of
been a
course, thanks for
pleasure.
having me.
Watch tomorrow for the sets. SaGe is in it. He's first pick. I don't know what your order is. We're not spoiling it here.
Yeah.
We'll wait till then. But check it out Friday or tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Cloud
Hmm.
exhibitions. And I'll see you boys next Thursday for the podcast. I'll find out who I want to bring in. We have Sunday for the national championships. We're gonna have a lot of stuff to talk about next week, so stick around. I'll see you boys later.
Word. Peace out, guys.